I played a lot of games in my years of having a PlayStation 4, and I kind of wanted to see where I would put all the games on a list, on a tier list. So in the meantime, while I'm looking for the new gen console, I want to take a moment to look back at the games that I've enjoyed throughout my life. Whenever I want to play a game that actually chills me to the core and genuinely makes me feel the true meaning of fear, I always look to the Amnesia games. And today I'm going to talk about, and specifically, the game Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. If I had to describe the game in one word, it would probably be dark, because this game is like gruesome. It talks about a lot of horrible deeds performed by horrible people and sinister acts performed on the innocent. It's just dark and very gloomy, and I also mean it in the way that this game is like really dark. It's like pitch black. It feels like you're playing with a sheet over your head at some points. And since you really don't have any really good light sources, yeah, it's just dark. The game is also very immersive. It's got a lot of good sounds throughout the game and just a lot of good visuals that really get you into the game, and a lot of collectibles that I'll talk about later that really suck you in. The game opens up with a blank screen, and then a text rolls in that says, "He who makes a beast of himself removes himself from the pain of being human." Then a strange voice cries out in an almost robotic way. You hear crashing lightning in the background. Then lullabies of what something seems like it would be out of a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. You see flashing lights on a machine, firing up, just starting up. The machine roars, and the screen shakes. You see shadows of gears in the background. You almost hear a man crying out. Then a child cries out. And with that, your character Mandus wakes up. You find yourself in a cage. The cage door is open slowly. You hear walking of small feet in the background. Confused, Mandus looks up, takes in his surroundings, and sees the door slowly close. He falls down, out of the bed stumbling, as more of that lullaby crap kicks in. And then, the title card. Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs. As I said, you play as a man named Mandus who travels through many different unsettling areas, such as a seemingly empty mansion with two ghostly children, an underground chamber under a church that has a dark secret, a steam room that has a bunch of mechanical tools and weird looking gears, and many more that I won't talk about for the sake of spoilers. The ominous voices from the children to the earthquakes that you feel throughout the game are what constantly give you the feeling of anxiety towards what might happen next, and to what gruesome thing you might encounter next. You start the game off feeling pretty lost. The only things pushing you forward are the ghostly two children running around and telling you to go someplace, and also a voice sounding familiar to Mandus that you hear coming from the phone that gives you instructions on how to save the children, who are presumed to be the two children wandering around. The voice tells you to fix the machine, and in doing so will release the children. though the rest of the game you work towards doing this, while also running from a beast that you have created. There's not much things you can do inside the game, such as using weapons or healing items or items at all. Really, there's only one thing you can do, which is interact with certain items and also interact with your lantern, which is your only light source in the game and your only item. I really am disappointed about this fact because in previous Amnesia games, you were able to pick up many items and also many healing items and other items that will help you with light sources and certain things. But in this game, there's nothing that you can really find just looking around. It's mostly just a puzzle game and just figuring out pieces to put into the puzzle to carry on in your mission. But besides that, there's not really anything else. And looking for the puzzles, they're not really easy to find. There's not many hints around the areas that give you any clue of where things are. There are like little notes that you can find around and notes that Mandus will write down that will help you a little bit. But besides that, it's pretty much nothing that helps you. You just kind of have to look around, and you'll eventually find the thing that you're looking for. The main type of enemy that you come across are the pigmen, which are some of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in video games. They're grotesque, they're like mutant humans, and they charge at you squealing like a pig but looking like a man. It's really disturbing to look at. But since you can't fight any of them, really, or have any way of fighting them at all, or stopping them or slowing them down, all you can really do is run and hide, and turn off your light source, which adds to the scariness of the game. The sounds that the pigs make are just absolutely terrifying. Every time I see these monsters, your light starts flickering, and that adds to the scariness, and I hate seeing them. To be honest, they are just the scariest things I've ever seen in any video game. Since there are no items in the game, the developers still put in types of collectibles that add to the story a bit, and they take the form of notes. The notes you can find a lot hidden around the areas. They give a lot more information about what's going on, a little bit of backstory, a little bit of extra detail that you don't really get from the main story and just hearing Mandus talk or the flashbacks that you get generically. It makes the game feel a little bit more deeper, and to be honest, picking up a note, it's a big relief because it takes you away from getting chased by any of the pigmen and pretty much makes you know that you're not going to get your cheeks clapped by any of them. It's a nice takeaway than just running around. The story shows just how far someone will go to accomplish their goals and how many heads they'll step on in order to achieve their goals. Even though the game's story is a lot darker than many games that I've played in my past, and just the twisted nature of it, I still enjoyed it. I still had a lot of fun running away from the pigmen, and the story was interesting. Kept making me want more, and figuring out the puzzles were it was really satisfying to finally find that one piece of the puzzle that you needed. It was really fun, and there were a lot of shocking moments though that really made me scared. One of my favorite scenes through the entire game was probably the scene where you get to witness all the pigmen trample and kill everybody in the town. I don't mean that and I enjoyed it. I mean it was the most shocking thing I have seen in a video game, or at least in a game made this long ago. Just seeing all your creations just destroy a town, and Mandus saying to himself, I did not want this. This is not what I wanted. And it's terrible to watch. if I could rank this game on a tier list, I would probably rank it low A. It was made a long time ago, so I'm not gonna get mad at any of the designs or anything that would give it less points. But the story was amazing. The gameplay was amazing. I wish it was a little bit longer, and I wish there were more items you could pick up. But besides that, I really enjoyed the game, and I really hope that you guys will get the game too. Right now, it's like $20 to get the collection, and it's really worth it. It's really worth it, to be honest. Alright, that's what I thought about Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave a like and subscribe to our channel down below. Also, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. This is kind of a new thing that I'm trying to do. I just want to know if anybody likes it. Yeah, so I'm gonna be going alphabetical order, going down all my games that I have on the PlayStation until I can find a new gen console. I cannot find one anywhere. I've tried going out to get one. I've gone online. I tried everything. There's just no new consoles out there. It's really frustrating, but I just gotta wait a couple more weeks, hopefully, and we'll find one. But yeah, next game I'm gonna try and do is Ark. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully get a couple of clips for that soon. Just thank you guys for watching the video, and hope you guys have a good day. Remember to keep your pizza boneless.